Hey, it looks like we're live.
Woo!
We're live. Hi, folks. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Welcome to Deep Fried Neurons Happy Hour. Where Carl and Ma, Todd Kurt, and myself, Barb Neuron, get together and share things that we've made to help us and you cope with the present moment. We're going to be sharing, or we have been sharing, our prompts on the Crash Space blog, and we'll continue to do that, and also on like the Crash Space Twitter and other places. So you can do them too, and you can share what you've made with us, and we might just show it on the stream. So, what are we drinking? Is that our thing?
Sure.
Yeah, what are we drinking? Or should we do Who Are We?
Who are we? Yeah, who are we? Who are you?
Oh, wait. No, that's right. We did that last time, and you just did that. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
I said basically who
I'm
we
already
are.
halfway down.
I'm already one in.
All right, I'll do it. I am drinking kind of an old fashioned. It's got whiskey, it's got orange peel, it's got orange juice, and it's got soda water and a dollop of pomegranate juice and bitters.
That sounds nice.
And bitters.
Oh, that sounds very good. So, is it an old fashioned?
It's kind of an old fashioned. It doesn't have the sugar simple syrup. It has a little bit of the orange juice from the orange instead.
Oh, I'm not wearing my hat.
Oh, that's right.
With the headphones.
That's right. These are our tinfoil adjacent hats.
Because the theme today is mental PPE, so you know.
Yeah. Mine's a metallized mylar bag, so you know.
Yeah.
ESD safe at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Weird Al style.
Oh, Zach says keep the hat on, please. I don't know, man. It makes me look kind of like a time lord, you know.
Yeah. I
like this.
I just put a colander, but I have to put a dish towel on my head in order to.
I like it. I'm so into the colander thing. I love it.
And then Barb is the only one who did an actual tinfoil hat.
Actual tinfoil. I'm like, somebody has to do
the
it.
only one who always fits the brief. You actually did what you were supposed to do this week, Barb. It's all.
Open-ended prompt.
No, I know.
You can do whatever you want.
No, I know. But I really love your thing this week.
Right. So if your drink was sort of an old fashioned, mine's a juice box, a really big juice box full of alcohol. Yeah.
Nice. I'm into it.
I couldn't find a big enough straw, so I had to put it in a sip cup.
That's too bad. It would be really cool to see that with a straw in it.
Totally.
So I did basically a quarantini, you know, whatever you've got. But if you go to there's this website called cocktailbuilder.com. You can put in what types of drinks and components you have, and it'll tell you what you can make with it. Ooh. Or in this particular case, it can tell you what the fuck is that you just made. Because that's what I did. I just did. I put in
Carla needs that.
Yeah, I did Kahlua and rum, and it's not cream, it's soy milk, but whatever, you know. And so I think the closest match to this is called a mutagen.
Ooh.
And I'm so into that name.
That's a really good name for a cocktail.
I know, especially one that's in like a beaker glass. It's a Maker Faire beaker glass.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. How did you get that? Was that a freebie or?
No, I think I probably got it at a Maker Faire back when there were, you know, Maker Fairs.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Maker Fairs.
Oh, there's going to be a virtual Maker Faire. The deadline was like today could be a virtual.
Soy mutagen.
All right.
Yo, soy mutagen.
Soy mutagen. My soy mutagen. Yeah.
Cullen loves my broken Spanish that I'm always inflicting upon her. Wait, I got more.
Nope. All right. So,
what are we doing here?
I'm gonna share my screen.
Yes. we're actually doing what we did this week for mental PPE.
Yeah. So I'm going to show some things that at least I was thinking about. Let's see. Is it this one? Yes. So this dress.
Ooh.
So I went to grad school with a woman named Teresa Almeida, and she made this beautiful. This page is actually missing some people in it. Let me get the other link. Hold on. Here it is. Hold on. Sorry.
Holding on.
Jeez,
this is a good picture of it.
Last week we said we're gonna preload these things.
I know. In grad school, she made this a great inflatable dress, and so this is one of the first things that I thought about in terms of like artistic PPE. So it's this inflatable dress. It's amazing. This is what it looks like uninflated. It's just this like flapper swing dress, and I aspired to make something like this. I did not make anything like this at all. But this is what I think about. I think about like artistic interpretations of like mental PPE, because this is really about dealing with being on the subway. This was her reaction to that.
That seems really useful for the subway.
Yeah, and so
that seems a bit more kinder than the Nuke spider dress that I'm sure you'll remember, the one with the
spider dress
with the bits that kind of went out and attacked you if you got too close.
Do we have that on our thing? I'm gonna find it. You do your thing, so I'm gonna find it.
Oh, I just posted a link to the Twitter. Or not Twitter, what's it called?
So that's another like a different kind of protective equipment than the kind that really is the kind of personal protective equipment that is like the standard OSHA literal.
In there.
And I think I was actually though really taken with the strap-on steel toes. I'm like, I really wanted those.
That's right. We were saying that last one looks looks like somebody's like costume robot shoes. Like if you make like a cardboard box and cover it in tinfoil, those are your robot shoes.
Yeah. Totally.
Yes. So, and you, Barb, you looked a bit at
Moment Chance.
The Moment Chance. Let me get that link.
Oh, those were so cool. Had flashbacks to it.
Flashbacks.
Tell us about Moment Chance while we were watching this.
It's from Sesame Street. That's like really in the Muppet Show. That's all. It's really
it's like experimental theater troupe, and they do mime troupe.
Awesome. Make your video bigger.
Oh yeah.
Go full screen.
So, Barb, you said that you mentioned there was one that was
the clay ones? Yeah, the clay face. This is impressive.
Yeah, this is it.
Like sculpting clay, period, is impressive. Sculpting clay when it is on your face and you can't see it is like quadruply impressive.
That's awesome.
I know. This relates a little bit more to what I did for it.
Yeah. That is so good.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that people look at Moment Chance.
Definitely.
And then
we'll stick it in the description notes. Are there description notes? Maybe. We'll find out if there are. We'll put it there.
Yeah. Also, I should put them on. I can put them on the blog post.
Oh yeah.
Meant to.
Totally, yeah.
And then I can add that onto the blog post. And then there was the.
It's still making noise.
I know. Also, some people think of dream catchers as sort of the like
as protecting you from
or like culturally appropriate these things. But these really actually have a real history, and that's the Ojibwa tribe and their spider goddess.
Oh yeah, I bought one of those at Coachella once.
Anyway,
I used to make these when I was little with a friend.
like an actual tribe that is like an actual name and actual people. If you ever get one of these, you should really, really make sure it's actually made by someone in the Ojibwa. Who knows about that?
So it's a spider web for bad ideas, basically.
Yeah.
Cultural Appropriation Monthly. Yeah.
This is why I do not like it. Sorry, when you minimize the window, this way. And so those were some of the like things that we could have done. Barb actually did. I think Barb, you should go last because yours is the coolest.
Mine's the coolest?
Yours is.
I don't know. Okay, I can go last.
I think you should like close it out.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Go, Carlin.
Go, Carlin, go.
You have something on your head.
I know. It's perfectly comfortable.
Don't have something on our head. Sorry. It was falling off. Go ahead. I'm properly protected now.
Oh wait. This I have to refill from my juice box.
Here's the question: can he get through the whole thing? Do we want him to get through the whole thing?
Okay.
This thing is amazing. It's like $9 at Trader Joe's.
You got an interesting definition of amazing.
It's 3 liters.
Oh, good God. So as you were saying, Carlin.
Another screen share, please.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go.
No, it's okay. So now I can type. Okay. Wait. I can type. Sudo shields up.
If you really want to put the shields up, you got to know the password.
You
really got to know the password.
Engaging shields to maximum.
And so this is a file, a text file that has a version of the host file on your computer. Your host file is basically a mini DNS, and so on your own computer. And so if I ever go to facebook.com, it will redirect to my local host. I.e., if I was running a web server on my computer, this is what it would point to. You could also put like 000 here instead of the like 0.0.0 here. But if I ever, sometimes I do run a web server and I can put little messages to myself there if I wanted to. It shows you the file.
Shields at full power.
And then it actually recommends that what you should do, which is make sure it did what you wanted it to, and so you can see that. I put it right up on the blog of like how this works. But
the Doom and Gloom store. Twitter is the Doom and Gloom store.
Yeah, hold on a second. No, I need to remove it from the screen for a second. And so I can show you the other one.
Show us the other one, Carlin.
So this is the actual code. So
that's the normal Etsy host that's on our computers, right?
Yeah, this is what. So there's a header text that will pull from one of these files and concatenate them into a file that will then get swapped in by Shields.
Permission denied.
Okay, so this is what it's supposed to be doing this. Because I have set the permission on Shields to be owned by Root, and only Root can read or write or anything to it or execute. It's 700. I could change it if I wanted to do it again. It's on GitHub.
So you can protect yourself.
Yeah. So I can probably open the one that's the GitHub copy because that is not protected. So yeah, it Shields is the name of the script. Up is the input. Make sure there is input. If it's up, swap this file in. If it's down, swap this other file in. If it's offline, swap this other file in. And I'm using the Fiona voice from the say command because I thought it would be more fun if something.
Sounds like, yeah, it sounds like you're on a spaceship and the computer's talking to you.
Yeah, and I wanted to do this. This is my work
Defenses up.
Yeah, my work environment is the internet. And so, yeah, my work environment is the internet. And this is a personal protective equipment because it's on my computer. It's not on our network. If you wanted something on the network, you would use something like Pi-hole. Todd's machines aren't affected. My phone isn't affected really. It's just like when I'm ready for work, because PPE is technically a work environment phrase. I can do that on this. But because what can happen for me is that I will be all agitated and then I'll go look at websites that will maintain the agitation, and like you almost can't even help it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this
It's like a
was
drug.
yeah. And I was manually changing the page all the time, but then I was like not bothering because it was annoying. And like when you insert Twitter, you have to do like twitter.com and www.twitter.com and mobile.twitter.com. Like put them all in, and so it was just like slow and annoying. So this will make sure that I will really do it, and this keeps you from like fretting at the things like, oh, I'm agitated. Let's go find something that will keep this agitated feeling. So just like working and doing that. But anybody who's done any kind of addiction science will tell you that it's not enough to take away the addiction. You also have to replace it with something. So I made.
Did you replace it with the calming voice? Shields activated.
So I made a little. It's on the. Oh, I guess I'll share a screen again.
Show us.
Blah blah blah.
Hey, it's Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
And also, hi, Levi, and hi, Zach, if you're still there.
We have 3 people on the stream. All
right.
3 people here, 3 people there. Boom. No, at least 4. No, that's you. Okay.
Oh, hi, Stacy.
Oh, there you go. 4.
Okay. Let's get our like. So I made a little tray of things. So it's sort of like help. Like so music. So I have actually right here. I can play music. I can smell and drink tea out of my like Persist mug. It smells nice. This is from a trip with Todd. And I think my first finished object I've ever made in crochet, because I always like, I'll try to like, I'll make a scarf, and it would take me 6 years. This is just it's called a mug rug. So that's nice.
I like it. It looks very ruggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you first were describing that to me, because I was thinking mug rug. Oh, it's clearly a face mask thing. I'm like, a crocheted face mask. I don't know, man.
Because it's a rug for your mug. Oh my gosh.
Right? Yeah. No.
Rug for your mug and for your mug. Oh my gosh. If it had like straps on it too, it could be both.
I'm not sure the efficacy of a crocheted face mask.
Yeah, I mean, if you lined it with something.
Yeah.
With something
so
knit.
Interesting, because crochet is a little. I feel like a little different than knitting, and that crochet is like you can make anything any shape. Like you just have to do that algorithm. You're just like, ooh, I'm just gonna stick a hook here. It's certainly a fair amount with knitting too. Yeah, I mean, I like knitting as well, but it's crochet, man. It's like next level. Like I know, like a lot of people who are like crochet, like, oh, I can't knit, it's too hard because there's like 2 sticks. I'm like, crochet, man, like you can stick that stick anywhere in the whole piece. Like,
hello. Phrasing.
Are we doing phrasing?
How many drinks are we in now? Do we have a drinking room at this point?
Anyway, And then, like, and this little vase is from JP. Yeah.
And it has flowers.
I thought it was beginning, like, I took the little, like, Instagram picture of it. And the timers. Timers are, like, really important for any work that I do, like setting a timer.
Totally.
But honestly, this little tray, I'll carry it with me. No. I mean, I think I just needed, like, to have this stuff on my desk, and that's just it. Because I'm not, like, carrying the tray around, and I'm not, like, setting it out and like a bridge too far. But it's a nice thought, and I think
I like the replacement of the thing that you already had. The problem. You found a replacement in things that are more healthy for you, I guess.
Yes. It was a good gesture. Right now on the tray is the Bushmills bottle, and that's pretty much all I need. But
that's
a little harder now that it's evening.
No, it's evening. Switch it out.
Timer set to tomorrow.
Have you guys seen the life hack where you tape a tea bag fob, but you cut off the tea bag fob and you tape it to the mug?
What is that supposed to do?
So you take the key fob.
Make it look like you're drinking tea, but you're not. You're actually drinking.
Fill it full of whiskey.
Okay.
It's a like tea bag thing, and you tape it to the side.
Yeah, but right now we're all at home, so who are you really fooling?
It's for when you're in your little Zoom meetings.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, this could be coffee. This could totally be coffee.
Zoom wine hider. It's totally a Zoom wine hider, Zach.
This is not coffee.
Yeah.
This is totally Kool-Aid. What?
Yeah.
There's only one Capri Sun. They really need to make the Capri Sun bags of wine.
That's the thing is inside of this. I don't know if you ever. I'm not sure if any of you are a boxed wine aficionado like myself, but the bags inside of here are actually really cool and high tech. And I don't really want to take it apart right now.
I was going to say, you're going to make us take your word for it.
Oh, so
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But so your assignment this week, all of you, tens of thousands of people watching this, is to go buy a box of wine and drink it. Take it apart.
Take it apart.
All right.
Take it first.
I have had enough to drink that I'm actually going to share a personal story. Growing up,
I'm excited.
My dad used to drink boxed wine, and he ran out of it once, and I took the bag out and I like blew on it and inflated it back up as a pillow.
Nice.
Well, I think it's a really strong plastic.
No, I had like an inflatable Mylar pillow for a while. That was like a wine bag for one of my dads.
Still had some wine in it, so as you're sleeping.
It did actually. Like when you release the air, it smelled like wine. It was my childhood. No.
I'm gonna be honest here. I haven't been to Trader Joe's since this whole thing started, just because of the lines around the building.
Oh, wow.
I am tempted to now, just because I want to get the $9 thing and then take it apart.
Product placement.
I heard there's a website called drizzly.com that will deliver alcohol to you within a day.
But Trader Joe's alcohol?
What's that?
Trader Joe's alcohol? Because I kind of like the box too.
Oh, that's yeah. I mean, they do Bevmo in other places, but
well, Bevmo, you could just drive up.
Yeah. Well,
they do curbside, man.
Oh yeah, sweet.
I know.
I'm sure they have. Yeah. Does Bevmo have boxed wine, or are they too high class for that?
No, I think they have. They have everything. They've got everything.
Actually, boxed wine is a very good way to store wine. It's airtight.
That's true.
It's stable. It's like no. Yeah. Let's not mock the box wine. It's actually
this is disaster wine, man. A pocket wine.
This is what you gotta have in your cabinet.
Anyway, Todd.
Yeah, Zach. Don't say danger zone, man. This is real stuff.
Todd, what did you do?
All right, so similar to Carlin, I have a problem with looking at Twitter and just the phone too much, and so I was like, how can I make something that makes my phone a little harder to use. And the solution was a shield that says no. And so if you want to use the phone, you have to raise the shield, and then it says stop. And then finally you can get to the phone.
because you know that you're going to you're going to want to go past it, but only the once.
Yeah, well, I figured this is a modular system. You can extend it to as many levels, barricades that you feel are sufficient. I was actually going to get a screen protector and paste it to there, and then write on that as well. But getting things
Okay, I actually have a
quickly
question.
is problematic nowadays.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you get the corner so perfectly matched to your phone?
Nice.
Oh, well, because I measured the dimensions, made a CAD model in Fusion 360. No joke.
You laser cut it?
and then I started to 3D print a little shield piece, and then I realized maybe I should just print out the outline.
A paper prototype.
That with scissors.
Paper
and attach it with
prototype.
packing tape. So,
Oh my gosh.
You did it with scissors? That's good.
right?
The things that we do.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so it's not exactly centered, and it's not exactly the same radius of curvature as the actual phone. But I do have a fully parametric Fusion 360 CAD model if anyone's interested.
If you want to recreate this particular PPE, this particular mental PPE,
Those are
man, as long as you have
Thank you,
enough technology, you got to have the 3D printer.
and you find that the packing tape is sufficiently flexible.
Well, that's the thing is that this was the struggle. Why I gave up the 3D printing thing is how do you make a hinge that is very compliant and also very low profile? And so I figured, what's the most low profile solution, but some sort of thin piece of plastic that's already existing and will easily adhere to my existing phone case. And so, yeah,
because
the more hardcore version would be to make your own whole phone case with the integrated hinge and all that business.
I was gonna say, how long are those gonna last in your pocket?
Exactly.
But I'm fixated on the tape. So given the different tapes that we have in our house, masking tape, packing tape, gaffer tape.
Audience, are you drinking?
Packing tape with the little fibers in it. Actually, do we have any of that? What were the pros and cons of packing tape versus these other tapes?
Packing tape was within reach.
So
I'm like setting it up for him, like Todd's like Mr. Adhesives, and I'm like sitting up talking about tape.
Yeah, no. I mean, what's the thing is at the time I was sitting and like over here about 5 feet away was the rolls of tape we have, and then about 4 feet away was the packing tape, and I'm like, packing tape.
Hang on. So to make a paper thing that covered your phone, you made a CAD model, 3D printed it.
No. I was on the road to 3D printing.
Okay, but yeah, you made yourself a thing to trace.
No,
Yes.
yeah.
No. So yeah, I didn't actually 3D print anything. I was on the road. I was getting ready to press print, and then I realized, why don't I just print out the outline and cut it out with scissors?
Right. So you got through all of those steps, and then when it got to the point of tape, you could go as far as you could reach.
Yeah, I kind of ran out of steam at this point because I'm like, I got to the hard part. The hinge was the hard part, and I was like,
I mean, I do think aesthetically, packing tape is a good choice for this. Like,
what's the thing is clear is good because it doesn't impact the line. I was also trying transparency material cut out, and that's great. It also doesn't impact like the Face ID sensor, so the Face ID sensor still worked, but it failed at the primary objective of blocking my view of like notifications and stuff. So this blocks the view.
You have to sand it. Hey, I've got.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's like number 6, like shrinky-dink plastic.
Totally.
I have things to say about that. Yeah.
Why not Sugru? Oh yeah, I don't know. Why not Sugru, Levi?
Not a hinge.
What
I mean, Suger is flexible, but not maybe that flexible. I don't
flexible, yeah.
know. Yeah.
silly putty?
No.
Yeah, you need to make a. I don't know. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Why didn't I? Yeah, well, no, I was on the Steve. I was on the road to laser cutting. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna like cut with scissors, and I'm gonna cut it out of paper.
It works.
This is what we get when you get tech savvy. You start thinking about the most complicated solution.
And when it is a simple one.
Yeah. How many digits of precision can I get on this?
But it's interesting because they do make these, or people have made these like lock boxes that have a timer on them, like where you can lock your phone away from you for a certain number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like those are also an option.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you need your phone or
Yeah.
work or something.
Also, the nice thing about this solution is it's eminently undoable.
That's probably how it stayed in such good shape since you made it, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, that's my silly thought. I might do a little more thinking on this because I think the idea has some merit, but this implementation is very, very first gen. Hey, vacation
Rachel wants
is
the
here.
CAD file. Nice. Well, unlike Todd's, I have actually used mine recently. I used mine today, in fact.
Oh.
Shall I show mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went for a walk. I told Carlin earlier. It was very frustrating. But so mine is, I went a little bit more along the realm of actual, like the not legitimate, but like PPE as you normally expect. I did a mask. I made a fabric mask. Lovely. I know I'm not supposed to be touching it. Whatever.
It's nice, yeah.
It's a mask. It has text on it. I kind of don't know what it says. It's just a bunch of randomness.
Ipsum Dolores set on it.
It's not that, alas. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But why does it have the little Hitler mustache on it?
So, oh my god. Damn it, man. Damn it, Todd. No, I'm not going to be able to do anything else.
Sorry.
I thought about doing a whole thing all the way across. I'm like, that would look weird too.
Oh, that's much better.
That's why.
That's very cute.
Yeah. So, okay. So can you hear me well with this thing on?
Yeah.
Well enough? Okay. Here's the thing that I was thinking about in terms of PPE. Like, in terms of like actual physical PPE. Like when you're doing this, there's something that completely blocks anything coming in or anything going out.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's something that filters what's coming in from the environment or what goes out to the environment. And then there is making something or in some way changing the environment that you're in so that it's safer in some way. So I thought, well, partly that and partly because it just drives me a little bit crazy that you lose all of this communication wearing masks.
Our primary communicator area.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then if you're wearing sunglasses, they can't even see your eye sprinkle. It's so bad.
Exactly. So I figured, okay, let's do this thing and put Velcro on the mask, and then I can change what's here on my face. And so I could have, be ridiculous and put lips, or be ridiculous and put,
That's awesome.
Oh wait.
Yes, I am fancy.
If I want to be real fancy, I could.
Oh, the heck, yes. Oh.
I'm steampunk fancy.
Because, I had that within reach. Okay, so there's the mustache. There's, what else do I got?
Oh, that's
I don't
great.
want to say anything.
Yeah.
I was taking some impressions or inspiration from...
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Some inspiration from emojis and such. But then if you want to like actually say something or, make the world aware of your personal state. You could do something more like,
Oh.
let you know. Just let you know before you start talking to me.
That's
Just
good.
a warning.
Angry. Get out of my way.
Just so you know. Yeah. I've also thought about putting making one that says put on a damn mask. Damn it.
Totally.
You know. Or it could be all kinds of things. Or
Yes.
this is
Oh, that's
kind of,
fun.
I think, my favorite one, really. Oh man, that's Instagram thing. I got to do that.
Yes, that's the best. I think there's a lot of mileage we can get out of these like modifiable masks. Because I've seen people get like a bunch of different masks for like sort of different fashioning things. This is more expressive, so you can like change it for your mood.
Make up your own.
What
And then
are
you can cover up your accidental Hitler mustache.
apparently Matthew is accidental Hitler right now.
Oh man.
Anyway, so how are you finding the Velcro? Is that is it like when you
It's
pull
all right.
Mhm.
In what way?
Like, is it how did you fix it so it can resist the changing?
Oh. So it's this well, apparently I didn't.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I was trying to sew it with my sewing machine, and I was having issues. This one I thought I had. I think I'm gonna have to hand stitch it.
Okay.
It has adhesive. This particular Velcro has adhesive on the back, so it like gets it at least started.
Yeah.
So this one right here is just adhesived on. And most of these are, but like if I've got ones that I really like, I can sew them so that they stay. Yeah. But you can change what you want to tell the world about this part of your face.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Love it. This is great.
Yeah, see this part of my face. This part of my face should be telling you I'm having a really fucking bad day. And like, take it easy on me. So this way is like changing the environment that you're in. I will cut a bitch. That's what my face wants to say. So that's mine.
That's excellent.
I do not have an Immortan Joe one. Sorry, Levi.
Or how about what's the Batman? Swear to me.
Same thing.
Is that inverse? Wait.
I like how modular this is, though. You can like update it to be whatever.
Totally, yeah.
I'm impressed that worked over my headphones. Yeah.
Cool.
That was fun. We lost Carlin.
Yeah,
Making another drink. Making another drink.
Oh, she's making another drink. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. We have an outline. We have an agenda. What's on our agenda?
What's the next thing? What's the thing we're doing next week?
Oh. So our next thing. Because I didn't tell them in advance, and it's my turn.
We don't know.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I did ask them if they were into Harry Potter, and it's a little bit of a problematic thing right now. It's not directly related to Harry Potter.
Okay.
So the theme for next week is, in this, I'm wearing Velcro apparently now. Okay. Theme for next week. If you had magic and you had only one spell to help you right now, what spell would it be?
Kill everyone.
It could be a Harry Potter spell. It could be some kind of TTRPG, some kind of role-playing spell. It could be D&D. It could be whatever. One spell, and then find some way of portraying that or demonstrating that.
That's kind of hard. What's the bounds? Like, can I have a spell that recreates all of reality from the Big Bang up?
I would suggest that things that are overpowered, like if you're talking D&D, 9th level spells are out. You can't have wish.
Okay, but I don't actually know what that means.
I know. You can't like just recreate reality.
Damn it.
So, for example,
Pseudo-box
one
wine.
thing that you
I
could
reject your system of magic.
box wine.
All right.
Resist
Zach
my
told me
system of
to, so I
magic.
got to refill.
Okay, one example of a spell in Harry Potter world. Oh, we gotta watch it. There goes the sangria. Pour. You didn't feel that thing, man. There, you got a whole nother third.
Everyone. I'm feeling whiskey.
Ooh,
Everybody to
that's a
refill
very
their
good
head.
Irish whiskey.
And I'm putting in a mixed drinks.
Ooh.
Oh, Divorced.
Can't see this. I can't watch this. Mixed drink.
Sippy cup.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want a sippy
Oh,
cup.
I have to have sippy cups in the lab, my little workshop here,
Oh, that makes sense.
because last week, especially after last week, where I spilled basically this much water all over my laptop, and the laptop is now in New York getting repaired. So,
oh, sad.
So sippy cup for Todd. So Levi asks, "What about a spell that makes you impervious to criticism?"
We can do this. Yeah.
That's troublesome.
Isn't that called being like a white guy? I don't know.
Yes. Oh my god.
Isn't that called white privilege?
Oh, man. But like, okay. What was it? Impervious to criticism. No, for sure. But
on the scale of that sort of spell.
Yeah, also or painkillers, which is actually interesting because Tylenol apparently numbs your feelings as well as numbing your physical pain. Which is Tylenol is very bad for you to take too much of. Don't do it. I mean, you should, but it works in a similar pathway.
Yeah. But like some examples of spells that you might think about. Expecto Patronum.
Patronum
could give you, yes, that's what it's called, right? Patronus?
Patronum or Patronus? I don't know.
I don't know. It is a Patronum, but the spell is Expecto Patronus. Okay. I think. That's what my brain is saying right now. I don't know. But that conjures a thing to come and help protect you from whatever. Or you might have, what's it, Aloha Mora? Whatever the one is that opens the door so you can get in and get your groceries when it's nighttime and there's no other people there. Is an option.
Wait, isn't that breaking and entering?
Pretty much. But these are spells.
Do you see us
there's flying spells
using calligraphy to write it out nicely, or to make an LED magic wand, or like what are some ideas that? Do you have anything like what would fit your brief in terms of like talisman or object to bring it into the world?
Honestly, it depends on the spell.
Okay.
Because this is very, very open-ended.
Okay, sure.
But if you do something that conjures something.
One of the interesting things is one of my I'm thinking about right now is the Tibetan Buddhist prayer wheels to continue our where you just like you spin the wheel and it does the praying for you in an interesting way. Let me see if I can
consulting your deity if you have divine magic.
I like this idea of automated praying.
Automated praying. Could do that.
You know, like the Tibetan prayer wheels. Like, okay, I'm going to make this thing. It's like I'm going to pray.
And then here's the question: since there are
bye, Steve.
Spells, bye, Steve. There are spells like Greater Restoration that could potentially cure somebody, but if you had that, if you took that spell, what is your responsibility for who do you decide where to go with that? Sorry, I didn't mean to go that serious with it.
Yeah,
No,
but see, yes,
I mean, I've been thinking about having superpowers, and I say regularly to Todd that we are very lucky that I don't have superpowers.
Why? I want to know.
The world would not necessarily be a better place. A lot of times when you try to make things better, you make things worse. And so also I would probably, there are a number of people who make me very unhappy right now. And so it's better. It's better for humanity for us to work through this the hard way, I think, in the long run. But
yeah, imagine Carlin as Thanos. Not half. Oh.
Yeah. So we're lucky. We're lucky that
would make it. Carlin, would we make it through? Would we?
Some days. It's cheers. It's fidget spinner.
Oh,
awesome! That's a really beautiful one.
Yeah, it's lovely. And then I left it someplace that it got all kind of gunky, so now the bearings are.
That's sort of like a magic spell to me. It's sort of like the. You could also think of it as being cast by like one of those POV wheels. Like the POV wheel spinning is the act of turning that sort of says the spell.
Is it a hypnotic thing then? Can you hypnotize people and get them to actually wear their damn masks?
No, let me. What does magic mean to you, Barb?
Well, if I was going to go really nerdy, we could talk about different schools of magic.
I meant more on an emotional. Why do you like relating to the idea of magic? Like when you thinking of magic and doing things that are related to the concept of magic, what does that bring to your life?
Some of it might be like exploring the limitations of being a human in this world and thinking in what ways, if you were able to expand on that, where you would go with it. If you have limitations, what are the most important ways that you could go past that? And that's like one of the things with like questions of like which superpower would you choose, but
so this is more about like personal limitations rather than like societal limitations or whatever.
Kind of. I mean, most of these are, at least thus far, have been personal type things.
Yeah.
But like part of this is like how you interact with yourself, but how you interact with the world. But that's a lot of that is what we're dealing with right now anyway, is figuring out how we interact with a world that we're not in all the time.
Yeah.
We're connecting to in a slightly different way. Sorry, we got real.
This is a deep one, man. This is gonna take some thinking. This is
deep. Apparently,
like how do you extend
300 milliliters is what it takes for me.
How do you extend power beyond your circle of influence? Like along your legitimate circle of it, like the things that you can actually control and influence, like how do you insert power into spheres that are not typically yours to control? Is an interesting, and how do you relate to your ability or lack thereof to do that? And like, what would you want to do? Like, how would you want to, how do you want to extend yourself? And that's like a really good beginning conversation, I think, for anyone who wants to build something with technology. How do you want to extend yourself into the world beyond your current envelope of your current meat sack envelope? How do you push outward from this into the world?
Yeah. I like that. And having said this prompt now, I realize I have absolutely no idea where I plan to go with this.
I'm so excited.
Whatsoever.
Yeah,
Just thought it would be interesting.
it is interesting. Sure. Yeah.
No, that's one of my spells. It's just gonna make every one of my fingers have 10 fingers, so that I can type really fast. So I don't have one finger per key, because most keyboards are around 100 keys, right? And so
Wait,
if
the
you've
number of times I have seen you share the image of the finger on the finger on the hand,
right?
That's terrifying.
No,
it's a horrifying.
it's from Ghost in the Shell, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what Levi says. Yeah.
Yes, Ghost in the Shell.
I have not seen that. I don't do scary games.
or 10 tiny keyboards. I could have 10 laptops, so that if I spill drink on one of them, I still have 9 others.
Yeah.
So is your spell? See, that's another thing. I'm gonna send you a list of like D&D spells.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Yeah,
much
so
up
that
to
you have
the
like
D&D.
more things to kind of go from, like thinking about like some of the options that are out there.
Mhm.
But yeah, like, do you increase your mental capacity so that you're smarter?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you make yourself a duplicate
Mhm.
so you can get more done, or you can
Gotcha.
be in multiple places at the same time?
How do we make any of this?
There's a lot of things that you could do. There's like illusions, there's enchantments, there's a lot of stuff.
What was
Conjuration.
the first book that you ever read, or novel or movie or whatever? Do you have a memory of the first thing that you saw that had magic in it?
I don't remember if it had magic in it, but I remember in like elementary school reading some stories from like The Littlest Witch.
Mm-hmm.
The Littlest Twitch? We're on the Littlest Twitch.
No.
Twitch and that small hurt.
No, but we only have like 4 people watching.
That's true.
Oh, that is true. Okay. That's fair. Well, Todd, do you remember, what's your earliest memory of magic?
I'm not really a magic person so much.
No,
This
I
is
know.
gonna be an interesting journey for me.
No, I know. Which is why I asked, do you have an early memory of magic?
No.
I mean, you've read Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I read that like 3 years ago. I was like an old man.
That's an earliest thing. An old man.
I mean, like I've experienced magic in media like over my lifetime, but
Roald Dahl. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roald Dahl.
Oh my gosh.
There's also
the one that
magical
with the peach?
realism is
Yes.
another, like James and the Giant Peach, like this peach
Mhm.
flying in the air. It wasn't magic. It was like magical realism. Like, I don't know. Like no. I guess that was the little magic worm. But yeah.
Getting turned into mice, and that's the witches, right? Didn't she get turned into a mouse or something? Yeah.
In the witches, not
In the witches, yeah. Right. Another Roald Dahl.
Yeah.
Because Roald Dahl is fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah. That whole speculative fiction line.
Oh, I love this.
I don't know much Roald Dahl. So did he do Little Prince also, or is that something else?
That's Antoine Saint-Exupéry.
Right.
Yeah. Different person.
All right. Todd's homework is to read James and the Giant Peach.
What?
Yeah, you've got some homework to do, Todd.
Yeah.
You have to catch up on all magic literature.
I watched Star Wars. That's magic.
It's space wizards.
Okay. That's a question. Does the Force count as magic? I would argue yes.
Like
Yeah.
Something that you can do with the Force. I would argue that counts.
Okay.
I mean, like, just don't listen to the prequels where they're like, "Oh, it's mitochondria or whatever." It's like, no.
But isn't midichlorians terrible thing? Although interesting enough, apparently he wanted the third trilogy was supposed to be from the point of view of the aliens that sort of like create midichlorians.
Wow.
And that like we're all just sort of like meat puppets for these aliens. Like it's a very like he was gonna go like super off the rails. Maybe that would have been better. I don't know.
That would have been awesome. That would have been more in line with Lucas as the weird auteur filmmaker that he was in the 70s.
Yeah, it could have been,
Yeah.
it could have been really interesting. I think he realized after the prequels that people didn't want his voice as Artur. But it's anyway, that was that. So if people wanted to participate in this, what should they do, Barb?
So think about what spell or what kind of magic would help you the most in this particular situation. What would you choose? What would you specifically not choose? And then find some way of expressing that. Whether that's like making some kind of thing that gives the impression of magic. Or just something dumb like a little magic wand that you can wave and come up with a spell spell words for it, or I don't know. It's extremely open-ended. I really like leaving things like I have no idea how you would do that.
Okay, so there's magic. Oh gosh, what is that? Who is that? Is it Asimov? Any
sufficiently. Yes. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, something along those lines.
Would exploring something along those lines feel like a cheat to you? Would you really want to?
Oh, that's excellent.
Okay,
I'm on board.
Okay.
Caveman would see our phones and think magic.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
No.
So,
I'm realizing this is actually a good secondary signaling system.
So Todd just wrote Justin Bieber Clark when someone had put Clark when Levi had put Clark in the and he responded, "This is who I live with." Okay, this is who I live with, and I love it. So I really enjoy Todd's sense of humor. I hope that you all do as well.
I do.
Oh, it's Arthur C. Clarke. I'm sorry. Yes, I was wrong.
There you go.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber Clark is
Justin
different.
Bieber Clark. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool prompt, Barb. It'll be hard for me.
It's gonna. It's not a simple prompt. Alas. Alas, alack. But like make up if nothing else, just make up, like if you want to go super simple with it, make up a spell.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I've got a Jacob's ladder. Let's make some actual magic.
Or a...
Oh.
Time for food.
Carolyn's
got a food robot that's making us food.
I do have a food robot. That's our. We do have an electric pressure cooker. And I put a bunch of vegetables in it a while ago, and now it's
that sounds lovely.
I knew that I was going to start drinking, and that I wasn't really going to be able to make dinner, and then I would need dinner. Oh, are we putting on our the extra? The extra. Should we put on our hats for the extra?
Put on your hat. Outro.
All right,
whatever. Put on your hat. All right, so join us next week. Make your own thing, and share it with us on the Twitters, or send it to streaming@crashbase.com. .org, sorry, .org, not .com. We're not .com. We're only .org.
Oh, also, can we do a little high five? Like, yes, political organizing matters. .org was not sold to a hedge fund.
Yes.
Yes.
It does matter. Call your Congress people. Write, sign petitions. Do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Yes.
Some things matter.
Some things matter. It's empty, but I'm going to do it anyway. Cheers.
Oh, no. Cheers.